This is for the Maroons in the Blue Mountains of Jamaica. This is for all my Native American Moors of Turtle Island just minding their business in Canada until all this colonization bullshit. Ronnie! My bad, Auntie.
Chill, this is for...
It's Mike Ross, also known as Mike on the Mic, the nation's sexiest comedian, the nation's #1 side nigga, and the nation's only stripper comedian. Ladies, I'll be touring and I'll be live in a city near you. Make sure you're in the building. Make sure you purchase your tickets. Don't miss out on another amazing sold-out show as always. Looking forward to seeing you there.
She actually got called out, too, for a statement that she made about Pimp C and Bun B. She's like, money, Pimp C. Yep. Like, kind of, making fun of, I don't know if she was making fun of them. Maybe she was making fun of how she sounded like Pimp C and Bun B. So indirectly, it is kind of making fun of them, right? In my opinion. Pimp C's wife spoke out about it. She wasn't feeling it. But she been crashing out, it seems like. And I kind of feel bad. I didn't put the extract out the other day that we did, but I'm like, damn, we gave Nicki mad props. We said Nicki gonna kill her, this, that, and third. And a lot of people saying, look, this is a drug-infused rant, allegedly. What's your thoughts?
Man. Yeah, it's wild what a difference a weekend makes, right? Because when we left here, we were talking about, because you started hearing, so we heard about the song Hiss, right? And no one was saying Meg Thee Stallion can't rap, right? Because Meg Thee Stallion can rap. But no one would say that she can rap on the level of a Nicki Minaj when you look at Nicki Minaj's catalog and what she's done for the game, right? No, that'd be crazy.
Right.
So when we start hearing these one-liners here and there, we're like, oh, shit, here it come. Like, Nicki about to smoke. And then she goes on these rants for, it seems like every hour on the hour all weekend. And we're like, yo, where is this coming from?
Yeah.
You didn't give the same energy to Cardi. You didn't give the same energy to Remy. You didn't give the same energy to Kim. It wasn't, you've had spats with different artists, female artists in the past, and this wasn't the same way. Did this young lady hit a nerve? Did Megan's Law really hit you like that when we talk about what's going on currently with your brother?
Yeah.
And then obviously the rumors circulating about your husband, and you dispel those rumors and defend your husband as a wife should. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and let's leave your husband out of it. What about your brother? Somebody that's currently sitting in jail right now for some things that were proven, not argued, but proven. So it hit a nerve. It struck a nerve.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about, unfortunately, Nicki Minaj outside of the music far more than we've been talking about her inside of the music the last few years, because it does seem as though, and she came out and said she's never done cocaine in her life, and if she did, that she would obviously celebrate it. And we don't know what she has or hasn't done because we've never seen her do it with our eyes, but we also heard stories, for example, from a Meek Mill,
right,
who said he used to be caught up in situations and messed up, not because of her, but because they were doing things together and living a lifestyle together. So to see things weren't taken would be a little bit, you know what I mean, naive and irresponsible to say too. So I don't know, man. This is crazy. I wish we were talking more about the music. As far as the music goes right now, it looks like Megan's whipping her ass because the song didn't do the way Nicki wanted it to. The rollout was crazy, and then the song kind of didn't hit the way she wanted it to. It wasn't that good. I was surprised, and I don't know what to think, bro. What's your thoughts on it?
My thoughts is, man, here's what I think is going on with Nicki. I could be wrong. I'm a big Nicki fan. Megan Thee Stallion, kind of. Some of her stuff. But what you're saying right now, Megan Thee Stallion is pretty much a carbon copy of Nicki. And not because her music sounds the same, but that whole prototypical female. I don't know if you guys remember when they took that little photo shoot when they was cool and hanging out.
Yep.
And they were side by side. You can't tell them apart, for real. So I think the clock is ticking on Nicki Minaj, even though I think she's still a great, phenomenal artist, a legend in the game. I think she's looking at her heir apparent, and it's getting on her nerves a little bit that this girl's winning too. She got a big crowd too. Like, she can spit too. I'm not saying she's better than Nicki, but I think, in my opinion, it's starting, along with the stuff about her husband and all that shit. Yeah, I concede to that. I think that's just bothering her too, but I think it's the bigger picture's like, yo, she really took my spot for real. And no matter how much good music I put out, the people is kind of rocking with Meg right now. I was reading the comments. You know what I mean? All through the weekend from different, internet blogs or whatever. And they going crazy on Nicki. Like, oh, is this y'all call y'all queen? She got to be on drugs. This. Meg bodied her. She should remain quiet. And like I was saying in the car, man, look, just let the music speak. Yeah. When she put the diss about Meg out, people had already heard it because she started tweeting it already.
Exactly.
Just let the shit speak. Sit back. All right, Meg, you took your shot. Cool, you got me. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna drop it and let the music speak and let the people talk after that. So I don't know if she's on drugs or not like that. I'll never put that on her name, but I just think it's the overlying issue. It's like, yo, she kind of took my spot.
If that's the case, and we've talked about that in years past, right?
Right.
And we've also talked and gave her criticism about where's the evolution at.
Yeah.
Because at some point, your old ass got to stop trying to shake your ass and move around and try and be Nicki from 2012, 2006,
yep.
2007. We're talking going on 20 years, 15, 20 years now. That's a long time. There's an evolution that could still take place to where you could be one of the top hip-hop artists out there and at the same time grow to where you don't feel like you have to compete with 20-year-olds.
Right.
What are we talking about, 20-year-olds? You out here beefing with children? Why? That part bothersome to me because it's like, you're not a gimmick, but are you a gimmick? And once the gimmick is up, do you feel like that's all you have? Because you're an incredible artist. You can sit back and not wear any makeup and throw on a sweat hood and sweatpants, and your music will speak for itself and people will respect you.
Yep.
The facade doesn't need to be there anymore. And the fact that you feel like you still have to compete with people that do live off the facade, because let's just keep it 100. Meg, there's no videos of Megan Thee Stallion out there without her shaking her beautiful ass, but it's just shaking everywhere, all the time, everywhere, all everywhere. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't understand that's bothersome to me to feel like this 40-something-year-old woman feels the need to have to compete with these 20-year-old babies. If that's the case,
well, some people don't want to get out the spotlight.
That's wild.
Some people don't want to get out. And remember Nicki. In my opinion, I think she saved female hip hop to a certain extent. It was a time after Kim and Nicki where there was no artist, like none really like that. And not the fact that it was really no artist mainstream, like it was kind of almost had died. Because remember back, in our day, everybody had the female protege, the Mill, the Little Kim, the Foxy Brown. It was the crew, but then you had to have a female in the crew, like you had to.
Eve, Charlie Baltimore.
Murder Inc., all that. Like everybody had the female, and that shit died. Then Nicki Minaj, here she come. Little Kim, whatever happened to her, she got so much damn plastic surgery you can't even recognize her no more. But she had a little spat with Nicki Minaj, and next thing you know, Nicki had the game. But then, I think she birthed a lot of these Cardi B's and the Megan Thee Stallions for sure because she kept that flame and going and alive. But I feel like at the end of the day, man, it's just like she don't want to get out the spotlight. She feels like. And it's weird because it's like, it's like sometimes you go off into the sunset. Like Michael Jordan, he retired. He's still the greatest.
Of all time.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't intimidated by Kobe coming in. He embraced Kobe. And I'm not saying she got to embrace every artist, but it's just like, let her do her thing, you do your thing, and, y'all can still coexist. Y'all don't got to beef. I don't know what the origin of the beef is. I thought they was cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know they was even beefing until the weekend, Friday.
Right.
So... that is what it is, man. What about what do you feel about her disrespecting Bun B and Pimp C with the whole, the accent, the Southern accent that she depicted?
I'm glad you brought that up. Chinara Butler, Pimp C's wife, had this to say about it because you brought up her name and I had that brought up too, and I wanted to put that up. Come on, man.
Right.
I just had, it say Trill Talk that Megan Law has touched the nerve, I see. Oh, and I heard you... Nicki, that shit wasn't funny or cool. So she felt clearly disrespected by it.
Right.
And this is his wife. This is his, direct link to him. So it don't even matter what we think at this point. It was disrespectful. And I think that
Right.
I think all is fair when it comes to love and war and beef and hip hop and things like that when it comes to lyrics are concerned. But when you start throwing strays, then people had a right to voice how they feel. And I don't know. I think that overall the song backfired on Nicki, and she wasn't ready for any of that backlash that she got. She thought that because Nicki is who she is, because she was throwing out them little innuendos, she was getting a lot of praise that she was going to smack, and all of a sudden people were just going to fall at her knees, and it didn't happen. And now people are starting to call out some of the lyrics and things. It's like, oh, shit. Now,
you gotta be more calculated.
Yeah.
You got to be more, like, I'm sure when Nas did Ether, it was calculated. You know what I mean? When Jay-Z, did the takeover, it was calculated. Like, more, you only want dropping a few bars. You should drop fucking bars all song about this chick. Like, body her. Kind of like Sheether. Like, it was no coming back from Sheether because Remy made sure, whether Papoose helped her or not. I think he did, but I don't think he had to. That's two different things. But it put Nicki in a body bag. It was over. There's nothing she could say. And that's, if you're going to do a diss song, that's what you got to do. You can't do a couple little lines and expect to body somebody. You got to go ahead and go all the way in. And Nicki can do it, so I don't know why she didn't do it. But hey, Megan, hey, I got to give her credit on this one, man. As much as, if I had to pick between Megan and Nicki, I'm probably gonna go with Nicki or whatever. But I got to give Megan her props on this one, man.
Yeah, and this will help. This will help a career that definitely needed something like this. It needed a spark.
Ooh, whoa!
It needed a spark, bro.
Megan?
Yes.
You think she was dying?
Hell yeah. And you think about all the backlash that she went through with Tory, and everybody's still speculating about it. Now you got Nicki Minaj joking about it. It's still out there. It was people had turned for a point on Megan. You know what I'm saying? And she had to find her way back. And now her beefing with the Queen and coming out of it victorious will kind of put a little bit of a boost back into your career, maybe a little extra motivation, maybe a little bit of a turn to where that heel now becomes that, you know what I mean, that baby face again, and we can cheer for her, excuse me. So if anything, I think it'll help. It'll definitely help a career that needed it, because Megan was hurting for a second. And no matter what you think about the Tory situation, and I still got my thoughts, I still didn't want to see anything happen to her. I want to see her win, want to see her flourish, want to see her do her thing.
Sure.
She had a lot of growing to do as a child that was living out her life right in front of us with no parents and no guidance and nothing really going on. So you got to keep that in mind and keep that in context. But yeah, man, I wish the best for her, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, man, all these people is blessed. None of them are ever going to be broke again. They're going to be wealthy or have money, because if Megan Thee Stallion so-called falls off, she's still going to get shows. She's still going to get books. She's still going to get endorsement deals. So you kind of made it in life.
Yeah, they good.
You good. Both of y'all good. So I don't know what the beef is for at the end of the day. You made it. Sit down and shut up.
Exactly.
Enjoy the money.
Exactly. Nicki, you too.
Right.
Let's talk about Kanye.